Edited is powered by vitamins and cuss words. Unfiltered conversations where your inner monologue finally gets a microphone, because this is barely edited, and it is absolutely not safe for speaker mode. And remember, rough drafts, go drink some water, take your vitamins, and say the quiet part loud this week, because life is always better barely edited. Listen at your own motherfucking risk.
That guy was awful.
Wait, I need to ask you something else. Did you ever have
Yes.
Me too.
Did I have sex with him, or he was the first guy that ate me? Did I ever?
I lost my virginity.
I actually don't think I ever had sex with him.
Really?
I'll check. I have a list.
I'm okay. Because I'm pretty sure when I was having sex with him, I saw you hanging out with him. This is how, then when Sepia Bride happened,
you were like,
I went, wait, I know her.
Wait. He was the first blowjob I ever gave.
Okay.
I'm 90% sure of that.
Tiny penis.
I don't remember.
How?
I don't remember.
Like it's so memorable because it was so
Yeah, but
small.
I was like really young. When I was in like 8th or 9th grade and he was like maybe graduating high school, that's when he ate me out for the first time.
Okay.
And that he was the first one that ever did. I remember like laying in his basement. And I remember like perfectly. Like it's just crazy. Like I remember it like perfectly. Hold on, this password is password protected.
Your list? Where is it in your notes?
Yes. I've been doing this list since 2000 and
Stop it.
Yeah, like the whole thing. No, I never did.
No?
I never had sex with him.
Okay, I was gonna start this like, oh my god, we're vagina sisters.
We probably are with other people.
Here I am, just trying to be myself. It's a crazy world. You can define my face and all they do is
Welcome back to Barely Edited. We're here with Alex. Thank you so much for being here.
Of course, I'm so excited to finally be here.
I know.
I finally made it happen.
And it's Grand Prix week, so I feel like Grand Prix here is like our Met Gala, but it lasts like
It literally is. And also the Habs are playing too. It's like the city's on fire.
Are you going downtown tonight?
Yes, I have an event at 6.
What kind of
It's
event?
like Aston Martin and Glenfiddich.
Mm.
Yeah, it's dinner at 6 o'clock. So I'm excited about that.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna rest because then Saturday is like the big day. I'm doing like the day and night.
Are you going to the race?
No, I'm not doing the race, but like I'm day partying and night partying, and normally I don't do a darty and a nardy together.
Oh, okay.
It's either or. I'm either a dartier or a nardier. There's like no.
I love that.
There's not, so I'm scared of it for some reason, but it should be okay.
But it's true. I think this is the first time that we're doing Grand Prix with like
the Habs in the playoffs.
Yeah. And I saw the other night, I was just on Instagram and I was watching like the riots that were happening and I was like, oh my God, this is wild. Then I looked Thursday, so tonight and Saturday if we win. So I'm like, this is going to be wild.
Could you imagine if the game was actually playing here though? Like it's not. It's playing in Carolina.
Okay.
Thank God though.
Okay.
The city would actually be on fire.
I know nothing about hockey.
Okay, well the city is going to be on fire tonight regardless. Like great. I love coming back to Montreal in the summer because I live in Florida.
Okay, first off.
Okay.
I have been following you and I'm like, where the fuck does this girl live? Because you are never in the same place for like 48 hours. And I think that is so exciting.
You know what? Like, I think that once I got single again, and because I went through a divorce, then I had a dog at the time. My ex took my dog. And so once he took my dog, I think I like just wanted to like, I was like, okay, I have no actual responsibilities here anymore. And like the more I was at home, the more I would like miss her and like all those things. So then I started going to Miami and being with my parents because they snowbird there. And I started being in Miami a lot more. And then all of a sudden I was like, I couldn't stay home for longer than a week, like in Tampa. Because then I would start to miss her and like all these things. And so now I just like travel. I'm probably home 10 days consecutively out of a month, but I'm getting tired. Like I got run down this week. Like I'm congested. Like I'm run down for sure.
Okay, wait, let's just go back to
the stealing the dog.
The stealing the dog. It's like, what the fuck do you mean? Wait, is this the dog that you were posting on?
Yeah.
Okay,
Cardi. She's like a 5-pound golden doodle. What does a 6'4" man want to do with
I thought that it's because she passed away, and I was gonna be like, oh my God, like pet passings away is like the worst thing in the world. But this is even worse.
This is even worse because she's alive. She's
No.
alive, and I had to make it seem like actually this is my therapist. Like it took me a while to be able to get to where I'm at, like to be able to talk about her and whatever, because at the time I was like, I'm getting her back, right? Like there was like these moments where I'm like, I'm getting her back. And then my therapist was like, I think you need to start grieving her death, because once you start grieving the death, then you can process like, she's not coming back, Alex. And like, that's it. So, I mean, things with me and him were like really great. I wouldn't say great, but like there's something about my personality is like, I don't want to fight with anyone that I know how it could get if you start fighting with them. And so I kind of tried to keep everything like really surface level. And he was like my surface level best friend, my ex. And then some stuff went down, and when that stuff went down, he was watching the dog for the weekend when I was in Miami in August. And then when I came back, he wanted to split like dual custody. And he was basically, he didn't have, like, he never had her. He had her whenever I would say, hey, can you have her this weekend or whatever. But
wait,
like,
was this your dog?
We bought it together. Okay. So that's why, like, legally too, like, it's a civil thing because we didn't write her up in our divorce. But she was my dog. Like, I have letters from him saying, you know, I'm gonna miss her, like, blah blah blah, all this stuff. Like, he fully knew that. And I think that when he was asking to have dual custody, I think he was trying to, you know, still keep.
But he's also trying to hurt you because
I think that's the case, because if I showed you this video, there's a video when I tried to like go pick her up, and he's like holding her down, and he's like, no, you can't. You're gonna take her to Canada. You're gonna take her. I'm like, we'll figure this out. We'll figure this out. Like, just give her back to me, you know. So I never even got to say goodbye or like hold her, which I don't know if that's better or worse.
I feel like I would have grabbed her and fucking ran.
Dude, I tried to grab her, and like obviously my plan would have been take her. You're never seeing the dog again. Like, I got the dog, asshole. Like, you know, in Legally Blonde. I was waiting to do that TikTok too.
No,
like, I took the dog back, asshole, like, or whatever it is. But yeah, it was really like that was the first time in my life I actually dealt with like a reactive depression. That's crazy. Yeah, it was really crazy.
Horrible.
Yeah, and then afterwards I was like, I remember texting him being like, I can't believe you did that. And like, poor thing, she saw me and you were like holding her down. And then he like sends a photo like as if it's like ransom, you know, being like, she's happy and healthy. And I was like, you're such an asshole.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and so then I like tried to get lawyers involved and stuff like that. And then, you know, it's crazy because like every time I was hungover, I would say that I would be like, hey, to my ex, I'd be like, do you want to have her for the day? You know, like, I'm hungover, like, whatever. And then in the legal thing, he tried to like paint me as like
a bad mother.
Yeah, a bad mother.
No,
swear to God. And then when I saw that, I was like, this is insane. Like, crazy, right?
He stole your fucking child.
Oh, I know.
That
and he's like 6'4". Like,
what do you want with the dog?
With a 5-pound little dog? You look either gay or you're in a relationship. Sorry, like.
Oh my God. True. What's her name?
Cardi, and I named her. It's okay. You know, I'll get another dog. Eventually, I put a deposit on another dog, actually. But it's just like I need to stay put for a bit when that happens.
Yeah. Well, you know what? If it's a small dog, sometimes you don't. Like, you can...
I know, but in the training in the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
That's, you know... But it's... Oh, he also lives across the street from me.
Stop it. No.
Yeah,
what the fuck? So you can see them on their walks?
Yes. So I don't go on walks anymore. Like, my steps on my phone is like 2,500 steps a day. Because I don't walk anymore. Because I'm like terrified to see him. So when my parents came in for game 2, when Habs were playing Tampa, my mom says to me, I said to Dad the other day, like, watch, we're going to run into him and Cardi. And I was like, it's very possible. And so we went out to this restaurant and like, we're sitting outside. We're like this. Who's walking by right here with the dog? And it's my ex and the dog, like right here. And I'm like, oh my God.
The way that I would.
Thank God I was like, I had a drink and a half in me. I'm somebody that like, if I didn't have any drinks in me, then I would like pop off.
I was going to say, if I even had 2 sips in me, I would have grabbed that dog and ran.
When I get drunk, I don't like confrontation. I'm not someone that's like going to get in your face and like.
You're the opposite of me. Okay.
Yeah. I will do it when I'm sober. Yeah, which makes it a bit worse. Because then I have no excuse.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You're better than me because I would have hired someone to go steal the dog back.
I thought about it. I thought about everything. I thought about meeting at the groomer. I thought about every little thing, but I was just like, oh, then he changed all of her paperwork behind my back.
What do you mean?
Got her a new rabies shot, got her a new vet, got her everything. And I figured it out. I pieced it all together because I saw on his Google Calendar. We shared, this is what you got to do when you work with your ex, okay? When you work with your ex, you can invite them to like a calendar invite and you could see what their calendar is going to be.
No.
Yes,
Really?
because if you work with anybody, like let's say we work together and we have like a Google Calendar, I can try and invite you and it'll be like, this person is blocked off at this time because they have a meeting with X, Y, and Z. So like,
Stop.
I was doing that to figure out his calendar.
The fucking FBI over here.
Don't fuck with me. So yeah, I did that. And then I saw he had an appointment with this like new groomer. And I was like,
who the fuck is this?
Yeah. So then I called the new groomer. I did everything. But anyway, didn't end up getting her back. And it's okay.
That's wild. Okay, so,
Yeah, so
let's go back.
Yeah.
Let's go back to how we got to the shared custody that became solo custody of the dog. Okay. When I found you on TikTok.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want to talk about Sepia Gate?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I mean, honestly, I loved it. I loved every minute of going viral for the Sepia Bride. It was my favorite thing. I love attention. Like,
I love you for saying that.
Yeah.
I love you for saying that.
I'm sorry. I love attention. I love bad attention. I love it. Not necessarily like bad attention, but like bad press is good press.
What is
bad attention?
Yeah.
Like if I was doing something really bad, obviously like I'm not trying to get attention from that. But like I love when people talk about me.
You were fully right. Like, I don't know if you know, but I'm a wedding photographer.
Oh my God, stop.
We are wedding photographers and videographers. So that's how I ended up.
Were you on my side or not on my side?
Of course. And then last night, while I was in the shower, I said, you know what? I'm going to just refresh down memory lane. I went on YouTube and I put Sepia Gate.
Yeah.
Whoa, okay. I only saw it on TikTok. I didn't know that this was like, you were like a worldwide phenomenon, Sepia Gate Bride.
Worldwide. They were talking about it in like New Zealand podcasts.
Like,
in New
did
Zealand.
they put you in a magazine? Because one person was like, she was on the second page of the and I was like, wow, this girl, I didn't even know it. I thought this was just like a TikTok battle.
No.
This really went outside of the TikTok world.
Yeah, like Betches.com interviewed me, USA Today. Who else had? There was another one.
But were they on New York side? Did you get sued from the photographer?
No, I never got sued from the photographer. And everyone's like, she's gonna get sued. I'm like,
they really milked those clickbaits. Sued by her photographer. I was like, if anything, I would have sued the photographer. And I'm telling you this as photographers.
Totally.
What she did was
mental.
fucked up. Was fucked up because like, what do you mean? What do you mean that you're showing me the raws and you're showing me the ones you edited and you're telling me you can't make them colder? What do you mean?
It doesn't make any sense.
She's a good photographer. I'll give her that.
That's the thing.
Pictures are beautiful. But then on top of it, knowing that you're a makeup artist, like, I'm sorry, but you can't.
I know. And I think that was like the frustrating part about the whole thing was that I also went to film school like years ago. So like I understand color correction. I understand working in Lightroom. Like I understand working in
which makes this so much worse. Okay.
So much worse. Mm-hmm. Because I was like, I can edit these raws like really quickly. And I told her, I was like, I'll sign a contract saying I won't post any of the ones that I edit. Like you can post all them. To make a bride happy on her wedding day, like I can't sit here and be like, you owe me $4. Like that's fucking insane. And yes, I did say in the January when I like was in this like battle with her, like internally, not publicly, I did say like, I would hope that you didn't want me to say anything on social media. I did say that. So that could have been like, what do they call it? Like, I wouldn't say like, it's not blackmail, but
that was one of the clips I saw. Threatened.
Yeah. Like it wasn't I threatened. I'd be like, you know, I worked in, like, I had a business too. You know, many people would say, do you want me to write a bad review about your product? And I'd be like, I'm giving you a refund immediately. Like, we all say
this. Like, you don't even want to get there. It's like, first off, as soon as somebody starts complaining, like, you don't have to even try to threaten me that you're going to, I know that you're already going to go online. I want to defuse the situation immediately.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think that that's like, what the craziest part. So the only reason why I said that was I was like trying to pull like every last stop to be like, I really hope that you wouldn't want like me to talk badly about this because like, first of all, I was an influencer at the time. I was public online. I liked to take photos of myself, like all these things.
Wrong person to fuck around with.
Wrong person to fuck with. And then once you get me going.
Worst person to get.
The worst person to get going. Like, I like attention. And then once I get it, it's like, oh. And people were like, she's making 47-part series. Like, she's insane.
Like, part 1, part 2. We're at part 75 here. And I'm like, you know what? I would have milked it. I would still be milking it today. Yeah. I don't know how you're not making videos about your dog because I would just be like, this is like the aftermath. I would still keep going at this point.
I feel like there's two things to that. One, my best friend Jordy called me and she was like, I can't believe people are like, she's like, my sister called me and she goes, this is my friend Jordy. She's like, my sister called me and was like, how are people like shitting on Alex for making this 47-part series. Do they not watch her on Instagram? Like, she puts up 100 stories a day. Like, the girl always yaps. Like, it's nothing new. It's not like I was like, hey, let me just randomly do this. Like, it's part of my personality. Like, get me going, I will be going. And so the reason why I haven't done anything yet towards everything with my ex is like, I feel like I've learned, and karma's a bitch. And I think that his day will come. Like, honestly, I do think that one day I'll be able to share my full story. And I think that I don't want to do it out of spite or out of emotion. I want to be able to be like fully healed from it. And I don't think I'm fully healed from the situation. So like when I was talking about the Sepia Bride stuff, like I was enraged still. It was still like affecting me. I was still married. I wanted to print out my pictures. Like I wanted to do everything. So right now it's like I'm not fully healed. And I saw how like far gone I went on that. So I can't imagine like me talking about it and then everyone giving their opinions, like how it would, you know, make me go further and like maybe say shit that I don't want to be said.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't do too much digging because I wanted to ask you. Yeah. So I saw Sepia Gate.
Yeah.
I loved it. And I thought you were very, very correct. I also think the way that you talked about it, you were quite respectful. Because like me, I'm not. I'm the fucking worst. Like I would have went the fuck off. So I have to say you were even like respectful about it.
Yeah, I mean, I had to be careful about my choice of words. In the States, they like to sue for everything.
Yeah, this is what I told him last night. I'm like, this is America. This is not Canada where like nothing happens to you. Nobody gives a fuck about you in Canada. In America, you could sue for anything and you always will win.
Yeah, literally. And I think that the thing is that when you are dealing with like a public feud, you have to be so careful about your words. You have to say, in my opinion, or, you know, things like that. So everything I was saying was my truth. So when people were like, she's about to sue her ass for defamation of character, I'm like, nothing I said was false.
Okay.
There was receipts to back everything up. I never brought anything on the internet that was over a phone conversation.
Okay.
Everything I brought on the internet had to be text proof that I had, email proof that I had.
Like, I came fucking ready. Don't worry.
I came ready. I was smart about it. Like, you can't be dumb about that. And so there was if she lost business, also, I think that I helped her business.
I would say so. Nobody knew who she was before.
Nobody knew who she was before. Yeah. And then she was also the one that put in her bio being like Sepia, like photographer.
Stop.
And so I was like, then I milked the Sepia Bride and then I bought the domain sepiabride.com. I was like, what business can I make for this? Like, I was going to think about like selling contracts of like how like selling contracts so that the bride and the photographer were protected. And I was going to sell them for like $9.99, you know, like buy my sepiabride.com contract.
A hustler.
Yeah, I never ended up doing anything because I got a divorce.
Okay, so that's what I was going to get to. So first off, what ended up happening? Did she end up giving you the photos? Did you buy them? Oh, it ended there.
It ended there.
You kept the CPS.
I dropped it.
Okay.
Like, I didn't drop it. It was just like, it was going for too long. And I remember my ex saying to me, being like, you're like, we either have to like focus on our marriage or like focus on this right now because it's kind of like.
Did it take a toll on your like, how was.
He was very supportive. He was very supportive of me.
Okay.
He had my back. Okay. If anything, he was more angry about the photos than I was at certain times. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. He just wasn't as vocal. Then we would get on like thread and Twitter fights with like other people. Yeah, he had my back on that, which I actually much appreciate. It's just like then when we started fighting about, we had a business together. We still have the business together. And when we started fighting about the business was like taking a really big toll on our relationship. And so as I started not maybe working as hard on the business and I was so focused on this like Sepia Bride TikTok bullshit that it was taking away my energy from work. So that's what I think he got upset about towards the end, which everything wrapped together affected our marriage.
Were you guys together for a long time?
We were together for almost 6 years.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. We were only married. Legally, we were married for like a year and a half.
Okay.
But from the wedding till we split was 8 months, but it was over a year till we actually got a finalized divorce.
Okay.
But we were together for only like 8 months after we got married. It was longer than Kim Kardashian and Britney Spears. So like, okay, pop.
Give me that.
Yeah. And you know what? It's really sad, but I always said to like my best friend Tamar when we were growing up, I would be like, I feel like I'm going to be divorced. No. And then, I like kind of called it because unfortunately I always have to experience something once in my life. And I think that now going into like whatever relationship I have next, I know I won't make the same mistake twice. Like,
Okay.
I had to get my starter marriage like out of the way. I had to experience, learn, and I was a pretty damn good wife. I have to say, I cooked for him. Like, maybe I wasn't like the cleanest person, but like I'm a mess. But like I was a good wife, and I was loyal as fuck, even though he never had sex with me. So, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Let's get into that.
Yeah.
We've talked about that
Yeah.
on this several times.
Yes.
I've had some of those also.
I think that
It's like, are you gay? Because I'm confused.
I know. I thought about that quite a bit, and I would ask
I
him
know
that.
It's not me, so
I would ask him that. I'd be like, "So are you gay?" And he'd be like, "I understand why you think that."
And the dog?
And-
Things are starting to add up.
I'm not saying anything, but there, you know,
Okay.
there's things that I question for sure. But he says he's not. So
Rough Drafts, if you've been here a while, you know that this is not the original set and that we are no longer in my bedroom, but now we have upgraded to a really cool new studio, and that is all thanks to our sponsors, Maison Tella. If you haven't heard of Maison Tella, you absolutely need to go look them up because they are the ideal spot to shoot photo shoots, video shoots, even a podcast if you're looking to shoot one. This place has 7 different rooms for you to shoot in. Sometimes they change, sometimes they don't change. Either way, it is the perfect place for you to shoot your next product, your next lifestyle session, your next family session, your next maternity session. And the best part is that if you don't have a photographer, you can hire us, or you can even hire somebody else, or you can even just come here yourself and shoot your own content. Maison Tella is one of the only places in Montreal that'll let you book just for an hour so that you don't need to commit to 2 or 3 hours and pay crazy high prices for a room that you only need for maybe 45 minutes. Make sure to follow them on Instagram so that you can keep up with all of the different changes that they're going to be making in their rooms and so that you could be the first one to book it. Don't forget to use code LonelyGirl20 for 20% off your entire rental. And a huge thank you to Maison Tella for giving us the coolest podcast room.
like a sexless marriage for someone that is I don't know how to like put this.
Young hot girl.
Young hot girl, but like I've always been a little bit promiscuous. Like I've always been a sexual person. I never was shy around sex, like whatsoever, or like making out or all those things, even from a young age. I got my period super, super young, like 4th grade, like when I was
Shut
10.
the fuck up.
Yeah, so I think my puberty, like I had tits before.
Like I was fucking,
I like made out with someone when I was 11. Like that's fucked to think of. Like my niece who's like 9, like in like 3 years. Like no. You know, so I mean, I was just very advanced for my age. I lost my virginity really young too. I think I was like 15, like in 9th grade.
Sister's 14.
Yeah,
and I would quite literally
murder.
I would just die on the spot. Like thinking about her even talking to a boy now, I'm just like, ew.
I hope that they're not as like.
Were you very boy crazy? Because I was.
I still am boy crazy.
Yeah, okay. See, like the center of my life was men. Like I was just like, how do I get attention from men?
So this brings it back too. So like I love attention, and then after I didn't get attention from my marriage and my relationship for so long that I went back into like this field and I went fucking crazy, you know? And I think that everyone needs to have a little bit of a hoe phase, to be honest with you. I don't think you need to force it or like publicize it. Like I definitely shared my hoe phase with everybody. So like people like assume now that like I have sex all the time, which like I really don't. I think I've like maybe, I don't know, like hooked up with like a couple people this year, but like not a lot at all. But after I got a divorce, it was like, woo! Like I was like, I had a roster. Like there was one guy that lived in my building that I would like, every time I would go out, I would like see him at the end of the night. And like, it was just a friends with benefit thing. Like there was so much that I was like exploring and seeing. It was exciting and I had fun. Just like wrap it up, be safe, you know.
Especially after thinking you're like being in a a relationship for 6 years.
And thinking you're not hot and not wanted.
Getting married and then, I mean, like, okay, there's so much that I want to fucking ask you. Okay, like, first off, what was it like? What was it like realizing like, oh fuck, okay, we went through Sepia Gate. Now I'm announcing that I'm getting divorced, and now we're starting the slutty adventures. Like all the slutty adventures. It was a slutty adventure.
Yeah, I was definitely like, you know, I think about this a lot. I say like people can't call you like a whore or a slut if you're openly talking about it. If you're being a little secretive about it, then yeah, you're being a fucking whore and a slut.
You're an undercover whore and it's worse.
Undercover whore. And it is worse. Yeah. If you are like, I did this, I'm proud of it, I'm owning it, like own that shit. Also, like, it's such a double standard. Now, you don't have to be publicizing it online to not like, you know, but I was trying to like help. I was healing myself at the same time when I was talking about it online. And I was also trying to like make other women feel normal as well.
Well, that's what I was going to say. I'm like, talking about it online, I feel like makes other women look at that and be like, oh, I'm not a fucking hoe. And like, then you're like, I'm allowed to like sex.
Yes.
And I'm allowed to want to try different things. And I'm allowed to want to experience. And maybe I want to date 3 people at the same time. And, you know, like, that's okay also. Because like, what do you mean men are allowed to do that and nobody says anything to them? Or if anything, they praise them and they think it's something so cool. But then God forbid I date 2 people in the same week, I'm a big hoe.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, no, I would go, I never did this, but I have a friend that did this. And she went on a date every single day, like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Good for her.
And I was like, I want to explore this.
Saving on groceries.
I can't save on groceries. I can't do this in Tampa because it's like way too small there of a city. Like I just wouldn't be able to. And now I don't date in Tampa because there's a difference of domestic and international.
That's why she's traveling the world.
That's why I'm traveling the world, guys. So no one knows what I'm up to. So maybe I am a whore. I'm just kidding.
But that's
sorry, Mom.
I'm not. Even more exciting.
No, it's more exciting. It's more that I date now. Back then, like I'd maybe dated to like sleep with someone, which could be bad. Now it's like I date to date. Like I don't sleep with someone on the first date anymore. I don't like. It takes me. I've gone on like 3 dates and then decided like I don't like you. I don't like you. Like I'm not going to do it. So if I'm actually dating someone, I take it a lot more seriously. If you want to get your fix, I'll go to the bar or hit up like a past hookup.
But there's like guys for those situations. And totally. I get that in my slutty adventures. I dated a bunch of guys that I would have never dated. Like I said yes to guys I would have never said yes to.
Right.
Had such a good time. You know, like all the different type of characters. I find it gets a little confusing after because you don't remember who told you what.
Yes, I have been confused in that before. But okay, so this is my rule of thumb now. International versus domestic. Domestic is where you live. Also, if you have people in common, like if you're family, friends, if you have friends in common, that classifies domestic, even if they live in a different city as you. International is like, no one knows them. Or like, no, it's your story to tell if you tell it.
Blanche.
Yes, exactly. It's exciting. So it's like, I will go on dates with people or like hook up with people that are international versus domestic. I went on a couple dates with this guy that was in domestic territory. And I was like, I'm not having sex with you. I'm not sleeping with you because I wanted to know his intention. I want to know, like, I'm not sleeping with you and then we know people in common and then you're going to be like, oh, I hooked up with Alex. I was like, we're either going to see if this is working for more than like for dating or is it a casual hookup? And I feel like we're missing these types of conversations with people. Like, how do you know? You don't obviously want to like scare someone off and sit down and be like, so what are you looking for?
No, but it also, in my opinion, I think it makes men want you so much more when you're dating so many other people because you don't have that much time for them.
Yeah.
You don't put as much effort into it. You're just like very nonchalant.
You're whimsical.
Yes, and they love that.
They do.
And then if you stretch it out, you can convince anybody that they love you, you know, like because then you make them really work for it. I find men really love to work for it. If you give it to them
if you give it too soon, you can't.
No, they could have even liked you and you might have just
fucked it up.
Yeah.
You fucked it up. So now I don't.
Stretch it. They're going to fall in love.
I wait definitely. And so like I think this year, the people that I have hooked up with have been total repeats. But people that like are my sort of friends. It's kind of bad. I consider everyone I hooked up with like my friends.
Okay, but I don't think that's bad. I feel like it's if you can like hang out with the person.
That's the thing. And then it doesn't feel like there's no pressure of it. It's like we know exactly
you're also
what's
more
going to
yourself,
happen.
right?
Yeah.
Like, if we can hang out and have sex, I think that's
so like I don't know the last time I went on a date with a guy and actually like it led to having sex because I just don't do that anymore.
Okay, that's okay.
Because I'm really trying to take it seriously. Like, I'm really trying to push 2 and 2. There are 2 different categories. There are 2 different ways of thinking. And the way I was thinking last year post-divorce and, like, this hoe phase that I was in, oh, my God. Like...
Okay, so the divorce was last year.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys got married when?
We got married November 2023.
That was Sepia Gate.
Yeah.
Okay. And then
Sepia Gate was actually June 2024. So that's why people were confused on the timelines, but I only talked about it, like...
Oh, later.
I only talked about it like 6 months after the photos were delivered.
Then Sepia Gate lasted how long? Because I feel like it
6 weeks. Like
oh, yeah?
6
Okay,
weeks, yeah.
That's really good.
It's a pretty good timeline.
Okay,
and
it
6 weeks after that, then I announced that I was getting a divorce.
Shit. Oh, quick. Oh, so that's why, because you talked about it late.
I talked about it late.
So then, okay,
so
it
people
looked
were like...
Because online, it almost looks like Sepia Gate, and then like a month and a half later, it's like And we didn't even get the full album printed, and we're divorced.
And I think that it was funny because, like, my personality is also, like, humor over, like, anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so the way I cope with my trauma is by turning it into humor. And so I did, like, a stupid, like, TikTok dance.
In my files, in my research of last night, I saw the divorce post, and I was like, you go, girl.
Yeah, and, like, I did, like, a stupid dance, and I was like, how do I act on the internet now when I went viral for my wedding photos, but now I'm getting a divorce, like, whoops. And I think that was, like, a way of people being like, this girl is so unserious, or, like, whatever.
I love that. I feel like that makes people like you so much more. Listen, shit fucking happens. What was she gonna do? Come online and talk about killing herself? Like, I'm sorry. Like, what would you have preferred?
No, I know. No, totally. Like, and you know what? The only thing I will say is that it did make it less of, like, everyone just thought I was okay. So, like, that was, like, there is a lot of trauma that I do carry with me that still affects me today, like, with men, with trusting. And so I think that my acting sometimes too far gone.
Seems like really chill about it.
I'm really chill about it when I do have, like, so much deep inside. And, like, there was also a guy that I started talking to a year ago who also fucked me up. This is crazy, and I'm going to sound really insane for this, but I had a pen pal for, like, 6 months, and I didn't see him until, like, 5.5 months after we started talking.
When you say pen pal, I think of, like, prison for some reason. Like, I think of, like...
It basically was, because I found out that the man had a full-blown wife the whole fucking time and lied to me for 6 fucking months and was, like, using his, like, dead dad's as an alibi of why he couldn't come see me, and, like, all of the shit. Like,
this is right after the divorce?
Yes, this is right after. This is, like, a couple months. This is a year ago from now. And so he also really fucked me up. So, like, my ex-husband fucked me up in a way of being like, I feel so unlovable because I was not getting, like, this sex and all this stuff. And so then when I went on the hoe phase, it was kind of healing in a messed up way. It was healing those traumas of feeling unlovable and feeling unwanted. So then I felt wanted again. I was like, okay, hot, whatever. Then I connected so emotionally with this man for 6 months when he was just mirroring everything I wanted to hear. My friend was like, you kind of, like, fell for yourself. And I was like, that's scary as fuck. But I did. And, like, then I found out about the whole thing. And so now I feel like, how do I know someone's real and someone's not? Like, how do I trust what they're saying? So I have 2 different, like, trust levels in a sense. And that guy made it so that I wasn't just, like, flimsying around anymore. I was really, like, cautious about who I'm dating, who I'm letting into my life. So I have to sort of be thankful for him and that relationship in the same sense, because it changed my way of not just, like, openly, like, jumping around or trusting everybody so quickly. Like, now I really look at it cautiously.
So this is, like, a whole a lot of learning process after.
Totally. There's been a lot of learning experiences, and that's why now it's like, okay, back to what I said before, where I'm like, I love attention. I used to love male attention. I used to value my attention from men so high that it would, like, fuck with my, like, mental state and all this stuff. And I remember my therapist being like, it sounds like you have daddy issues, you know, in a sense, but, like, I have an amazing relationship with my father. So, like, it doesn't come from that at all. I don't know where it came from, but regardless, now I seek validation for myself. I don't need validation from men anymore. And it is so freeing. Like, the fact that I could just be whoever I want, not think about sex on a pedestal anymore. I'm healing from all of these things. And now I just really love the attention that I get from myself and my validation for myself. I do not look at it the same level. Like, for example, someone last night was like, I think he was drunk, but he, like, messaged me and was like, when you're going to die, you're going to literally be in your pants.
Is he from here?
He's not from here. I hooked up with him once in November, and then I hooked up with him again last weekend. And, like, we just randomly saw each other. Okay. And so he messaged me last night, and he was like, when am I getting more nudies? And then I sent him a photo of my bruise on my leg from falling off a booth at Live. And I said, here's your nude, LOL. And it's a photo of my bruise.
Gross.
Like I'm also, like, so unserious, you know,
yeah.
like, no, I'm not sending those to you. So, like, I think that that's maybe in the past I would have, like, maybe done something like that. But now it's like, I'm so much more, like, owning myself. I'm healed in my own self that, like, now it's like, I know what my worth is and all that. And I think that there's something so beautiful in that.
There is. But yeah. I also feel like every time I look at you online, you're with like so many girls.
I am.
And
I have a lot of girlfriends.
And I think that that's so nice. Like, I feel like, listen, I know that it's social media and, you know, we only post the good part. Oh, mind you, you post the good and the bad parts. So I really do love that. Yeah. I really appreciate that because I don't think that there's enough of that.
Yeah.
I like that you put your trauma into humor. I did the exact same thing with this podcast. Season 1 is literally a trauma dump of my whole life, but just like, hee hee.
Right. Like, it's like we're taking it unseriously to like also allow people, because I feel like for us and our personalities, it seems like we're really similar. It's like we felt so alone in our traumas because it's like no one seems like they're like us. Like, I feel like no one, I used to always say this, no one's like me, no one understands me, blah, blah, blah. So like, but I did a podcast too all last year, and it was about like me figuring out my dating life post-divorce. So that's why I was openly talking about my sex life. I was openly talking about my dating experiences. I was openly talking about how like my ex never slept with me, how I felt unwanted, like all of those things. So then you would talk about them in humor, just like you were saying, you trauma dumped last year for a year. That's the way of like making other people feel less alone so that you kind of feel less alone because you get these messages.
It was so therapeutic.
Yeah.
It was so therapeutic. And then people message me and be like, oh my God, I thought I was the only one who felt like that. And I was like, I thought I was the only one who felt like that, you know? And it's like, then you do feel...
You feel
so much better. But it's like, I don't know, something about when I see your stories with all of these different women of all different ages.
Yeah.
You guys just look like so family. You know, like I feel like all of my friends, they really look like you guys really love each other. And it's like something that I have to say, adult female friendship has been rough. Like it's not easy.
It's not easy. And I actually have recently like cut people out of my life in the last, I would say like 3 years. Because there comes a time where it's like, you don't need to have a million friends. You need to have people that actually like love you, want the best for you, understand you, and it goes vice versa. And so when some people treat friendship as like a one-way street, or you don't need, just because you've been friends with people for years,
it's not a good enough reason to keep them forever.
To keep them forever. And it doesn't have to be a beef. Like it could just be, hey, like it's not sort of
I love you, but from far away.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that a lot of my friends, especially the friends that I made in Tampa, like a lot of them are in such different phases of their lives. Like I have some friends that are moms and are, you know, parents to like 4 kids. And I have some friends that like are divorced and have kids. Like I have some friends that are just married and just had their first kid, you know, like I have a lot of different, like, I don't know, surroundings of different groupings of friends. And it's really, really nice for me because I feel like then you could really appreciate what everyone else is going through, and everyone's on their own timeline. Like you cannot compare yourself to someone else. Like my best friend is 27 and just popped out her 3rd fucking kid. And I'm like, I'm 32 and like being like, we are at completely different stages of our lives. Like, you know, and that's amazing for her. And when I'm sure her kids are going to be able to babysit my kids when I finally have kids one day.
Free babysitter.
And it's going to be great. And it's like, I'm living my life in my like 30s, right? And she'll probably, when she's like early 40s, her kids are going to be grown up and she's going to start living her life again. Like that's awesome. So everyone's going to have these opportunities to do these things. It just fits in your own timeline and everyone's on their own timeline. I think it's so important to never think at someone else and say, they're doing this, I need to be doing the exact same thing, because you really don't. Your timeline is your timeline and there's no right way of doing life.
Comparison is the thief of joy. Yeah, it's true. But I think it's also good that you're able to have friends that are in completely different parts of their lives and like there's no conflict, you know? Yeah. Because I find I have so many, like it's really bad to say it, but I've said this so many times, like almost all of, with the exception of a few of them, almost all my friends who ended up giving birth.
Yeah. Or getting
it was like, no. It was divorce with me. It was
ta-ta,
see ya. Yeah. Because
that's so sad. I'm sorry.
Sad, but it's because it was like
they couldn't relate to you anymore.
No, but it's like, listen, I don't want kids right now. Why
are you making me feel bad about that?
And it's like, it would be very like, oh, well, I'm a mother now. And it's like, okay, I have a cat. I'm a mother.
I don't like that.
It's different.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You know, and it's also like, I'm sorry that you call me at night because your baby's not sleeping or because like he's having issues and I'm out. Like, don't make me feel guilty about that. Like, I'm sorry I'm at Coachella.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not that you couldn't be at Coachella. You took a different path. But now go on that path.
Yes.
You can't take the path and then halfway through the path decide maybe you wanted to fucking take another road. It's not me. I didn't build the road. You know what I mean?
It's not your fault.
So it's like a lot of that happened.
Yeah.
And at a certain point, I can't.
I agree. And it's so nice to say, but like a lot of my friends, like even this weekend, I had a wedding and one of my close friends, she has a baby. And I was looking at her and I was like, you're a mother, like you're a mother, but you're here right now, like with all of us, and her mom got to watch the kid and like, that's so nice and whatever. But she has not seemed like she lost herself. Like, she's going to try and come out. And I think that all my friends that have had kids haven't lost themselves. And it's so beautiful to see, like, because they have really strong relationships with their husbands. And I think that there's a huge difference in that.
Absolutely.
The people that do not have a strong, from what I've seen, that do not have a strong relationship and partnership with their husband.
Don't want to go out.
They don't trust their baby with them. And, maybe it's like a postpartum thing. And I can't really speak on it fully because I've never experienced that. But I can definitely sense the people that I have in my life, when they trust their husbands fully, they
don't care to go out. Yeah.
And they've also like integrated their baby into our daily life. Like I have a friend that goes for brunch, brings her kid with her. Like,
see, I don't mind that either. And I'll have friends who are like, oh, but I have a baby. And it's like, okay, you can't bring your baby.
Bring the baby. Why does the baby have to like?
Yeah, like the baby does not have to be a burden that's like, oh, but there's no one to watch the baby. Okay, so
we'll all watch the baby.
Yeah, we can go out. It's like, I'm okay. I don't hate kids.
Yeah.
I just don't want my own right now. I just don't want to be stuck at home taking care of a baby. But I'm happy to go grab food. Like if you don't want to leave the house with your baby ever, that's a different story.
Yeah.
That
we can relate to. And I think that like that's such a big part of things now. It's like sometimes I have friends that haven't been married and they're like in their 30s and they're saying, watching my friends be married and have kids, and like it's like, I want that. And it's like I get scared that they're gonna make the wrong decision who they're gonna marry.
Yeah.
Out of fear of, oh, I'm never going to hit these things or these milestones in life.
Or I'm late and now I have to just hurry up. And
so I feel so blessed that like I did the thing. I got married. I, got a divorce. I experienced both those things. I'm in the process of freezing my eggs now. I feel blessed and lucky that I did all of that.
Your wedding looked beautiful.
Oh, my wedding was so fucking fun.
Yeah,
Are you kidding? It was the party of the century.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, listen, I don't know if you want to get into it a little bit now. Yeah. Like, do you want to talk about like what happened? Like, was the sex
And the sex part was a really big part for me.
Was it even before you guys got married?
Yes, before we got married, that was a big problem. But again, I think that his argument would be, and I'm not obviously speaking for him, but if I could think about his argument would be that work caused such a turmoil in our relationship that it stopped his level of attraction towards me. And I think that I can understand where that comes from in a sense of like, I'm an alpha female when I am in my entrepreneurial like mindset. And I could be a bit bitchy and I could be a bit, we can all be like that a little bit, I like things my way and I can micromanage, and I could understand how that could maybe demasculate someone and make them feel that. Now that's me being self-aware. I'm saying that he had enough of opportunities to be able to like, there was reasons why I was like that, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, being like, I can understand why you thought that, but no woman is going to feel comfortable with a man that makes her feel unlovable. Like, how am I going to make you feel good if you're not making me feel good?
You're making me feel like shit all the time.
You gotta, like, if you watch Off Campus, like this new show on Amazon Prime, the girl is like basically asking him, hey, like, I want you to be able to make me come. I've never been able to come before. And he goes, it's coming is all about trust. So he sits there and he goes, you're going to make yourself come while I make myself come. And they're sitting on opposite. It's the hottest scene in the whole world, but it sent a bigger message on trust. If you are not making the girl feel comfortable in a sexual way or in a loving way, us girls, we're insecure about our body. Yeah. We're insecure about so many things. If you don't make us feel loved and not trusted in that way, we are not going to be respectful towards you sometimes. And that's the truth. Like, I wasn't respectful towards my ex so many times because if you're not loving me, why am I going to fucking respect you?
Yeah.
If you're not making changes of what I'm asking you to make changes of, how are you going to expect that I'm going to respect and trust you? So I think that it was a two-way street, and I think that we settled for a long time. I think that before we got married, we definitely had enough problems to maybe not get married, but I think the business kept us together, and we truthfully had a really great time surface level together. Like, I could look back at it and be like, he was my best friend, everything. Now, I do believe everything was a lie. There's so much going on internally now that, like, I'm not going to speak on, but that like I was like, who the fuck did I marry? Like this doesn't seem like the same person.
No.
And
did you guys
so,
start the business like right when
we met? So like we never really knew our relationship without the business. And so when the business started to like crumble, you know, that's when I have voice notes of him basically yelling at me, being like, it's your fault the business is crumbling. Like you were in charge of marketing. You think a man should like talk to you like that? Like, no. And if anything, you were the one that was running the finance of things. So like, I don't know. Is that a CFO problem or a CMO CEO problem? I don't know. Because, like, I never agreed that I was good at finance. So,
did you guys have a bigger team or was it just you guys?
We had one full-time employee and we had a lot of contract-based employees.
Okay.
We had a lot. And they were mainly all under me. And we had a customer service team that was, like, subcontracted from a, you know...
Mm-hmm. Because the company looks like it was around for a while. Like
yeah, we did it. Yeah, and it's still open right now. We're in the process of dealing with some things with the business, so it's still open. And I'm still working on those things right now. And yeah, it sucks the way that it ended up going. And I think that the business was like my baby, and I just was partnered with the wrong person for the business, and I was partnered with the wrong person for my relationship. And I think both of those intertwined with one another and really kept me like, well, this is like maybe the best I'm going to get, or maybe, you know, and until the business started not doing as well, then I was like looking at my relationship being like, is this the father of my kids? Is this, you know, when all of this fluff of the business goes away, you start to look at your relationship and be like, am I really happy? Or was he only happy with me when the business was making millions of dollars? You know, like then I got praised. When the business was making millions of dollars, it was like everything was fucking peachy and great. Oh my God, I was the best person. I got sex. Like, you know, I got all these things. And then when the business wasn't doing well, it was like, your fault, Alex, like, blah, blah, you know? And so I don't know. I think that there was a bit of narcissistic qualities in that. And it just wasn't fair. I think I dealt with a lot of emotional abuse for a while. And I don't think that I really realized it. And when you don't deal with physical abuse, sometimes you're like, oh, well, it was fine, you know? Oh. But for someone to be standing in front of the door, butt naked, and saying, do you not find me attractive? And him saying, sometimes. And then him saying, I would only have sex with you if you're athletically built.
Sorry, what?
Could you imagine? So, like, imagine what it did to no shit, I went on a fucking hoe phase after I got a divorce because I was like...
I would have done it during.
Yeah, and I didn't. Good, you know?
For you on that.
And that's the thing, like, my friends, and it's kind of fucked up to say, a lot of my friends were like, Alex, I don't think enough people give you credit that, like, you never stepped out on that marriage. I never did. And
that's good on you.
And I really, and it makes me so happy to know how someone treated me like such garbage at times and wasn't giving me that love and everything like that. And I still was so fucking loyal. Like I was in it. If he would have given me an inch, I would have taken a mile. I would have still been married to him if he would have given me. So I have to thank him for not, because now I'm here today, and I wouldn't have never saw it unless like I really was at my breaking point.
I went through your Instagram and your TikTok, and I have to say, like, listen, now knowing all the stuff and having, I was not in a marriage like yours, but I was in a relationship where I was in like 2 relationships where like I was like, hello, are you like, is it me? Are you gay? Like if you're gay, that's okay, but just like at least tell me so that I stop thinking I'm the problem constantly, because I'm trying to rack my brain trying to understand. And it's like I had only guy friends growing up.
Me too. So I was a guy's girl, and that's the thing. And like so I always had male attention, like even from my guy friends.
Which is worse, because then you're like, guys always think about sex. Like, what do you mean you don't want to have sex? What do you mean like?
And that's when I went to a wedding in July. So like right during Sepia Bride started happening. I went to a wedding in July, and we ended things, or maybe it was end of June, or like July 3rd or something like that. And I remember I told my guy friends I was finally talking about my problems only when I was drinking.
Oh.
And so when I started telling my guy friends like about all my problems in my relationship and my marriage, and they were like, Alex, you're not having like sex? Like,
when you say you're not having sex, what do you mean? Like, what's
after we got married in November? Mm-hmm. We had sex twice in January, twice in May. I left him in July.
You had sex 4 times in
after we got married.
Months.
Yeah. And I would try.
And like before that,
I would try and kiss him, and then he'd be like, "What are you doing?"
Whoa!
He'd flinch.
What?
He would flinch.
What are you doing?
He would flinch.
You wouldn't even kiss?
No, he would flinch. Like I could, but like if I tried to like do anything more, like, or he'd be like, "Act like a lady." No, he really fucked with me. Like, I'm smiling right now because it's like, it's so fucked to talk about and think about because this was so, like, long ago in a sense. But I remember being like, this is not the way I want to be treated. Like, I want my kids to be like, ew, daddy's kissing mommy, not like, I got to go protect mommy. You know? It's sad, but, like, you know what? I got out of it, and thank God I didn't have kids with him. And I know a lot of people can't say the same thing.
Yeah. Like, I feel like it happened quick. The wedding and everything was quick. You know what? At least we got Sepia Gate out of it.
I got a lot out of it. I made some money on Sepia Gate too.
Did you really?
Yeah, I made
Good
it. I think on the TikTok like program, I think I made like $4 grand.
Get the fuck out.
Swear to God.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for that.
People thought I made a lot more money, but the way that the TikTok program works is like it has to be on the For You page. It can't be people that like go and click on your profile because it was all like a whole series. A lot of people were coming. I think the whole thing I got like 20 million views over like across the whole thing.
Wow.
And so if that was all coming from the For You page, I would have made fucking bank, but I didn't. So,
but what came after this? Like, okay, so you were already doing like you were already an influencer before this.
Yes.
But after Sepia Gate gave you a good like
it gave me a good push, and then I was and I remember a lot of people were talking about my life, like, what's she gonna do now? Like, what's season 2 of Sepia Gate gonna be? Like, is she gonna go on reality TV? Is she gonna like start a podcast? Like, what's she gonna do? And I took the time to just like really think about it. And then I think it was last year, maybe it was February 2025, I went on a trip with my parents and I was talking, so on your close friends only on Instagram. That's where I was like sharing all my crazy dating stories to my friends because I thought to myself, I love to do things for the plot and I love to share everything to my friends. So I thought to myself, I don't have to call every single one of them.
You're like, guys, I'll just
delete everyone, re-put on. There was like maybe like 10 people at the time. Put everyone on there, and I would come home with like a little mic and I would talk about my dating stories, like, and I would tell everybody like the crazy debauchery that I was up to. Everyone loved it so much. So in November, and I was doing this for like 4.5 months at the time. So then in February, I'm on vacation with my parents, and my friends were like, Alex, you need to turn this into an actual podcast. Like, it will blow the fuck up. And I was like, okay, like, I gotta just talk to my parents about this real quick.
You're so funny.
I was like, still like a child. I was like, Dad, like, if I talk about some of these things, like,
don't listen.
Like, I'm gonna be openly talking about my sex life, not like talking about it in descriptive detail, but like talking about things. And he was like, you know what, Alex, like, go for it. Like, if that's what you want to do, go for it. And so then I started getting rid of the notion of like what people expected me to be and me scared of the opinion of being this sexual person and sharing what I was going through. And so I did. And so I put it behind a paywall on Patreon.
Okay. Smart.
Yeah, because I was like, if I'm going to be talking about intimate moments of my life, I want people to pay for it.
Is this still up? Can people
can still go on the Patreon and pay for it and go watch the past episodes. And a lot of people were like, I want to have it for free. And so I only maybe had like, maybe there was like 1,000 subscribers or something like that. I know there would have been way more if I would have been public.
Hey, that's good.
But I didn't. And then after the shit happened with that guy this summer, I went and publicized a 2-part episode about him on Spotify. And so that was my first public.
What is your podcast called?
The Close Friends Only. So then that was how I came up with the name. But now I haven't done it since like October. And I just don't think I'm going to do it now. But I started doing things, talking about it on TikTok and Instagram now, about my dating life as story times.
The men who don't eat cheese.
Yeah, the men who don't eat cheese.
That people thought it meant something else.
They thought it meant... And I was like, ew!
But also, when I was watching that, I didn't... For once, I thought we were talking about cheese. I was like...
We were talking about cheese. We were not talking about... And also, who would call their...
Why would we call
it cheese? Like, that is like the most disgusting thing in the whole world. People are like, oh, maybe your cheese doesn't smell good. And
what
I'm like,
the fuck?
You're like, I wasn't talking about that
just
cheese.
Talking about real cheese.
Like,
That's
and also, I would never talk like that online. I would never be like, someone wasn't eating my cheese. Like, what the fuck?
Wait, I love that.
Talk about that. But
I love that. We on this podcast, we love to talk about sex. We love to talk about
I'm saying, like, I wouldn't
talk
like,
about yourself as in that way.
I wouldn't be like, a guy didn't go down on me. Like, fuck him. Like, I would never say that. Like, maybe I would.
Cheese eaters over here.
Yeah. Like, I guess because people call it munching, so like maybe that's what people thought.
But like, I would have never got that.
I was literally talking about cheese.
After you said that video, you're like, people were under the impression we were talking about something else. It's like, oh, it must be men.
It's all men. Yeah. Sometimes my TikTok goes on the wrong side, and it's like, fuck. Either they're like, I'm so proud of you, or they're like, you're a fucking ran through, miles on your car.
Chopped.
Yeah, like chopped. Yeah. They're like, you have miles ran through on you. I'm like, you have miles ran through on you, or you're a fucking pussy who dated the same person their whole life and you're secretly gay.
But also, like, I feel like that's the only thing men ever say to me. Like, even now that my videos started going viral, it's just like, chopped, 45-year-old, ran through. Like, do you guys have any other insults? Like,
No,
where do you
they
get
don't.
these? Like,
And then you look at their
and you
profile
insult
picture.
that, and you're always bald. It's always the bald
Not
guys.
even the bald guys, it's the ones that look like they're fully like no shame to truck drivers at all. Like, I know you guys make some bank, but like they look like they belong in an insane asylum and they sleep in the back of their truck bed.
Yeah,
like literally, you're coming at me.
Yeah.
You were projecting.
Have you looked at you?
Yeah, like look in the mirror. You're projecting. You couldn't even get me, and my miles are ran through. Yeah. Oh, you wouldn't even be able to get these.
Nobody
miles.
wants to give you any miles, so don't worry.
Yeah, you're jealous of a girl. You're jealous of women. You're jealous of women. That's fucked.
Rough drafts. You know that I've been talking about Amanda for years, and I will keep talking about Amanda for years to come. I always leave Amanda's office feeling phenomenal, and not only because she gets me to look exactly what I really think I used to look like when I was a little bit younger, but because I love her. She's always such a good time. She always makes me laugh. She's informative, and she's really good at her job. Amanda will never go overboard, and she will always be very honest with you. And if you have a bunch of questions about Botox or filler that you really want answers to, Amanda is the person to ask. She'll never make you feel silly. She will never make you feel bad. There's no judging in Amanda's room. So if you've been feeling like you want to try something, you want to do a little something to your face, you want to add a little bit of filler to your chin, a little bit of filler to your lips, a little lip flip, or a little bit of Botox in the areas that you feel are getting a little bit too crinkly, Amanda is the girl to go see. Amanda Nurse Injector, you know how much we love you, and I will never stop shouting it from the rooftops. Thank you for always making me feel so beautiful. Make sure you go follow her, Amanda Nurse Injector. You could check out her bio where you can book your appointment with her, a free consultation where you can ask all of your questions and she will answer them and let you know exactly what it is that she recommends. And I promise you will leave there loving Amanda and being so excited for your next appointment with her.
Speaking of, you want to go through my eggs?
Oh, yes, I do.
There's some good ones.
Go, I love this. This is a new series that we started doing what do we call it? No, originally we had called it the Complaining Chronicles, but it's slowly turned into Icks, like Complaining Chronicles and Icks. Go.
Okay. So I'm actually not something will happen with an ick and then I'll be like, okay, that's like kind of weird. So men wearing jorts. No, you don't.
No. He hates jorts.
No, I think it
but
is.
on girls, they're cute.
No, girls, they're cute.
I wear my jorts and but wait, we were at Coachella. I had jorts and Justin Bieber had jorts. And he looked at me and he said, the only fucking losers here who are wearing jorts are you and Justin Bieber. And I said, why do you hate my jorts so much? And then I got more jorts.
No. The men that wear jorts is a problem. It's a serious problem. I can't get behind it. It is so terrible. I dated this one guy once and he came and was like, what should I wear to this event? Should I wear, I'm going to bring my jorts. And I was like, I'm going to dry up like the Sahara Desert. Like if you wear your fucking jorts. No, nothing. It is zipped up there. There's a chastity belt on. There's no key. You cannot wear jorts in front of me.
What about gay guys with jorts? That's okay.
Yeah, but they have more fashion sense.
Yeah,
it's like these
guys
that are trying to be like really manly and like wearing jorts, and the denim blue, light blue jean jorts, like ew.
And then you wear like open toe shoes, and we see your toes, and it's over.
Speaking of shoes, sneakers and suits. That also, have you never seen this trend?
Sneakers and suits? No.
Yeah, so there's a time where men can wear like a nice like sneaker where it's like
a luxury sneaker.
Luxury sneaker could be meant for a suit,
mm-hmm.
But I've seen people wearing like Air Force Ones with fucking right. I'm correct.
But he's also from Italy, so like
then maybe I'm from Italy too. Because I can't get behind this shit.
No. Like he's like very like he comes here and he'll look at like when he got to Montreal, he was like, what is this?
No.
What? He's like, you guys go out in public with like slippers and socks and like shorts and like. You know, like, I'm sorry to say this, but very dollard, okay? Very DDO boy.
I'm from DDO.
Okay, but like, Growing up, I loved it. I have to say, growing up, I was like, "That's really hot." Like I would,
Yeah.
and now
I like
as an adult, I'm like, "Okay, you definitely should have like reconsidered."
I've seen so many guys at weddings like wearing like Nike, like
at weddings.
wearing, and I just think it's like so gross. Another one, bare feet on a plane. Like if you are wearing open toe sandals and you are going on a fucking plane, this can go for women too. I am sorry. There is no world where we live in where your fucking feet should be out in public on a fucking plane. I don't know. Even if you're wearing shorts on a plane, like I can get behind that. Like your body needs to be fully covered, head to toe.
Covered,
like
yeah.
I have to be in a hoodie on a plane. Like nothing can touch me on a plane. And if I'm sitting down next to someone that has their fucking dogs out, like have you heard that saying? Like I learned that like 2 years ago that people call feet dogs.
No, and I don't know. It's so I don't know about you, but I hate toes.
I'm not into it. Like I like baby feet. Like I have cutesy feet. So like I like my feet,
but other people's
feet I can't, and then men's feet like I cannot.
No, I know.
I just can't, and so that's another one. Bare feet on a plane, like whatever. So now I guess a lot of them have to do with the lower half of the body.
Just imagine you're on a plane, okay? You're on a plane and everything is going good. You know what I'm about to say, eh? Everything is going good, and all of a sudden you see something here, okay? And I'm like,
no. Yeah, I know what you're about to say. There was not a foot over your head.
There was a foot, like literally, it was like in between the seats. I went like this. I got up. I said, "Ma'am, put your fucking foot away. I just had surgery." I said, "Then you shouldn't be on an airplane. You know, because you cannot be with your foot in the air. Dirty toes out.
At least.
Dirty toes." She literally looked at me. She goes, "I'm not putting my foot down." I said, "No. Now I'm gonna be. I'm ruining everyone's flight. No one's leaving here."
I wonder if this was my grandmother because my nana is like the epitome of putting. She's like super flexible for someone that's like in her like mid 80s, which is wild.
She was quite old. I really hope it wasn't your grandmother.
Oh, is she redhead?
No.
Okay, we were saying
she wasn't a redhead. No,
okay.
She what? Honestly, all I remember was her fucking toes. She was American? Your grandma's American?
No.
Okay.
Canadian, but
when I called the flight attendant over, I didn't even have to say. The flight attendant walked over and she went, "Ma'am, you cannot be doing that." And I said, "Okay,
thank you."
I didn't even have to talk because she looked at me and it was like, "Oh my God, I'm getting this woman off the flight."
You're getting a refund. I would be asking the airline for a refund.
Just imagine a dirty toe.
No, I can't.
Like,
I
still have nightmares.
So we were driving in a car. This is when I was married to my ex at the time, and my grandparents were in the back of the car, and all of a sudden my ex was driving. And my grandmother just puts her foot like right there, and my ex is like this, and I'm like, and she has a bunion on her.
No. Not the bunion.
I think I have a video of it on my phone, and my ex was like, "I don't know what to do." And I was like, "Nana, like, you gotta put your foot down."
I would
like,
crash the car. I'm not even getting it.
Oh my God, like bad, so bad. So like that just reminded me. I could envision it when that happened. If I was on a plane and that happened, I think I would like.
And I feel like because it's on a plane, it's so much worse.
It is.
It's like ew, germs. I'm so gross. I'd like wipe everything down. I was gonna wipe her toe down.
Even me, like this week, like I had a little bit of a cold this week, and I was like on the plane, and I'm like sniffling. I'm like, everyone's gonna look at me. Like I can't blow my nose because if I blow my nose, then it's over. People are gonna like be like, and I'm like, I'm like taking my sweater. I'm like in the corner. I'm like, and I'm like, I think that's even grosser. Like if I like was sitting next to someone like wiping their nose on their sweatshirt, I would be murdered.
Cough on an airplane.
Yeah, I know, and that's why I was like, do I not go home? Like I don't know what to do.
Oh no,
it was so bad. But anyway, then another one of it's not an ick, but I was actually just listening to this the other day, and I actually don't mind sex with socks on.
Okay, this is so weird. I saw this last night. Wait,
was it a podcast?
Was it Call Her Daddy?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I was like, I saw this, and I was like,
I don't mind socks either, but I don't know if it's because we're from Canada, and sometimes
that's true. That's what she said.
Sometimes it's cold. Sometimes it's cold. What do you mean? I don't want to be bare feet sometimes.
Yeah, like what if I don't have like what if my nail polish is chipped?
Yeah, but like also I find for girls it's cute. Yeah. Like I think I look cute with socks.
I don't mind it. Like and there was one time where like a guy was like, I have to keep my socks on because I have a ripped like one of my toes is off. My nose is
like
off.
That's so much info that I didn't need to know.
I was I would have rather you just not say anything at all. Like I don't care if you have socks on, but like now the envisionment of you missing a toe.
Yeah.
Nail.
Yeah. has made it so much worse. Has made
so
it
much worse. Like I'm drying up like the Sahara Desert. Like there's nothing going on there now. And I think then I thought I had a sex life, a libido problem. I called my mom and I said, Mom, like I feel like I've had no sex drive. Like I don't understand what's wrong. Now that I'm thinking of it, maybe it was the guy with the missing toenail because it really fucking dried me up. And then it hurt like for days. Like I was sore.
Because you were thinking about
because I wasn't able to get aroused. I was thinking about the toenail.
Like, why don't you just shut the fuck up with your fucking toenail?
Yeah,
no, I get that.
Let's not
I get
talk
it.
About it.
No, but you know what? You know I'm like that. Like me, I'm very.
You could say one wrong thing, and I will be thinking about it for. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Sahara Desert. I tell them this all the time. Like literally, nothing drives me up faster than like just like one wrong thing that you say, do, I hear, just anything.
It's a problem.
Yeah.
So it's like, not that I have like specific icks, but like there are moments that would ick me out and I'm like, you're done.
Yeah.
Like, game over.
There's no coming back. No, I get that.
Yeah. So then there was this guy recently too that like, I was like seeing this guy and like, he like was on like social media and stuff like that. And I appreciated him being so forward on social media for his business. I was like, hey, like you have a little niche, like whatever, like, and I'm not going to get too specific because like people could figure it out. And so then, like, he posted something, and I actually have to show you this video.
I could block it out if you want.
Yeah. You can post that I'm showing you this video. And after I saw this video, I had to end it with him.
Oh, no.
So you could block this part out, but he's so he has, like, this sick fucking body, but whatever, like, takes his shirt off everywhere to, like, be, like, known, like, these which, like, I can get I can get behind on that.
If you're making money, okay.
If you're making money on it, fine.
Like, if you're doing it and nobody's giving you anything, then no.
How insane. No. When I'm exhausted at work, but I remember who I'm doing this for, and it's a photo of himself. Ick. Like, sorry, you're men that are way too obsessed with themselves is an ick for me.
I feel like just the fact that he even like took the time to do that trend and
like how is that getting you business?
And he put the writing in the font in the corner.
What I'm saying is like, so it wasn't over your abs. Oh. You know, like I think it's like if you're gonna be this character online for your business or whatever, and as a man, go for it. But what the fuck is that selling you? That makes me not want to hire you. That makes me not want to work with you because. See, so then we can get into the virality of things. Some people will do shit like that to get viral. But, like, is your point to, like, get viral in that way or to be taken seriously in a business role? And so, you know, when I think about things for myself, I think about, okay, what brand deal can I secure from whatever I'm putting online now? And so if I'm talking about dating stories, it's like my manager's trying to get me, you know, partnerships with Hinge, with Tinder, with, you know, those sort of things, they would feel so authentic with my brand. I can make something funny about it. I did a partnership with a vibrator company and I was talking about how to like survive in a sexless marriage 101. You know, I did that last year and it was like just things that like really work with me, like that I'm not really talking about things that don't align with things that I'm talking about in real life. And so I do create content based on like viral things that maybe a company would want to like sponsor. Like if I'm like, okay, this is my best Hinge story or this is my worst Hinge story or like, okay, this was my story on another app, but this app got me a successful date. You know, like I can always turn it into something of a creative way to be able to publicize and sponsor that.
Are you working with a company right now? Like, do you have like someone?
I have a manager. Like, as an influencer, you can make commission on different affiliate programs. Mm-hmm. There's ShopMy, there's LTK. They can range from like 7% to like 50% of commission. So like it will depend what they give you, but they're able to offer you all sorts of websites that you can just make commission on. Because half the time when I first got started, obviously I'm buying all my own shit, you know? And then you buy your shit and you're like, oh, well, I want to post a link for someone. Everyone's asking me what I'm wearing anyway. It's not like I'm just like, hey, here's this water bottle and I'm linking it. It's like I'm wearing all this stuff. So why shouldn't I make a commission off them? Like, I don't like the people that hate influencers that are like, they're making money off everything that I buy. It's like, well, it's either going to go to the brand or go to the influencer that showed it to you. It's like marketing. Like, you either hate the influencer.
And if you found it on me.
If you found it on me, like, thank you. You know what I mean? So, so I can make money through doing that. And then I can also make money by doing brand deals and brand partnerships and such like that. So, you know, I've done one with a vibrator company. I did one recently with IGK hair. I did another one with Face App recently. I've worked with like Dead Cool. I've worked with Anthropology. I've worked with all these brands. So it's cool to be able to like form these sort of relationships and work with them on that.
And are these people that like...
And then my manager takes 20%.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she looks for these for you?
Well, there's inbound and outbound. So there's things that come in. Okay. There's reach out. She reaches out to people, and then people that are come into my inbox as well.
So for example, like tonight, this is like an influencer event?
Yes.
And they reach out to you?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So it's cool. This time I'm actually, in the beginning, I was supposed to not be able to bring a +1. And my manager reached out last night and she was like, you're actually able to bring a +1. So I was like, oh my God, this is amazing. Cause like, I don't know a lot of the influencers in Montreal.
That's so weird. Like I don't know.
Because it was like a very private dinner, I'm assuming. Okay. Mm-hmm. So maybe someone like backed out or something and they said like, now there's room. I don't know. But now it's like, I'm excited. Not that I'm definitely not a shy person whatsoever. But I don't speak French well anymore. So if there's going to be like a lot of French influencers there, I would be like it would feel like language barrier a bit for me. Mm-hmm. Especially in a place that's so loud and noisy, not like quiet, and I can't listen to them properly. Yeah. So I'm excited. So my friend's coming with me tonight, so that should be fun.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then I'm going to go back home, watch the game, and rest.
Oh, right, because I keep fucking forgetting that the game. Okay, so you're not going out tonight.
I'm not going out tonight. I need another day of rest. Because, like, I want to, like, give my all on Saturday. And because I'm fighting this, like, cold right now, I'm like, I just want to fully send it Saturday. So I need rest. Tomorrow I need rest, too.
Okay.
Yeah. Are you going to the actual Grand Prix at all?
So I wasn't supposed to. And then last night, Amex sent me a message saying... There's tickets left, or I was like, oh, motherfuckers, they didn't sell their tickets, and so now they're selling them at half price, so I bought tickets.
Oh my God, sick.
Yeah, but I'll be honest, I don't care about the race.
I know, I just wanted to go to take cute pictures.
Yep, exactly what I said. Yep.
Like, that's what's worth it.
I'm looking at this like Coachella round.
Yeah.
It's just like Coachella Grand Prix-ish, you know?
Like I would just want to go to like take pics and be like, okay, I'm done.
And there's like concerts, and then the Amex Lounge. I just want to go to the Amex Lounge to take some cute pictures, you know? Yeah, that's all I really want to do. Yeah. And then we're going to be going around like interviewing people for Barely Edited.
But that's fun too. Yeah. Are you bringing like a mini mic and like, that's really fun.
I just want to go bug people. Yeah. I want to go talk to girls. Yeah. Initially, I wanted to go bug some men, but Stefano says he doesn't know if it's a good idea. Like I wanted to go ask like uncomfortable questions.
You can do both.
I know, but I also feel like men here are not.
You should look at look at it tonight, but during Waste Management in Phoenix, at the Phoenix Open, like the golf tournament, there were a lot of girls that were asking men like crazy questions because it's a men event racing, right? How much
do you have in your bank account?
Yeah, no, but there was a girl that was asking like wild questions, and I think look into that because it could give you some inspo. Yeah, because like golf and like racing is like more of a male dominated thing. The girlies are there for pics.
Yeah.
Like, I went to Waste Management this year. I was, like, there. I mean, I was there to party and for pics, but, like...
But I also just, like, I'd love to find girls and, like hot girls in nice cars, you know? Like, I'd want to interview some of them.
I like that.
Then if we see men in expensive cars, like, I just want to ask them, like, is this a rental?
Yes, do that.
And then when they get upset, you just run away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, and you can actually film it.
He's like, ask them if they do OnlyFans.
Yeah,
like,
it's true.
You do this with OnlyFans?
Yes,
like, I just watch them and be like,
it's so true.
You know?
Because if this was, you should have went to the F1 in Miami and half the people went to their cars.
Don't even tell me this. I told Stefano, I was like, oh my God, we fucking missed F1 in Miami. It looked so good.
Yeah. See, like that one, I would go to that race. But this one, I'm like, I don't know. I would just want to be there for pictures. But so that's kind of...
I just want to roam free. Mm-hmm. I just love the atmosphere during Grand Prix. Like,
it's so fun. I was there last year too. And then I was like on... De La Montagne with my robe, smoking a cigarette at like 4 a.m, like in my robe with the slippers on. Sorry.
Talking about cigarettes, I'm going to start smoking tonight. Yeah.
I was like smoking cigs in my slippers and people were like looking at me and I was like, that is confidence. You know, like who can say that they are comfortable enough to be in a robe and slippers with their hair tied back with no makeup on.
I love that.
With a cigarette on when everyone is being debauchery on De La Montagne during Grand Prix weekend. I still looked hot as fuck.
I love that.
Yeah, like I was confident. So like girls be confident because like then men will like
see this is also
be scared and like
I really like your profile for that.
Yeah.
Like and I also think I have to say you have a insane sense of style.
Oh, thank you.
I love your clothes.
You.
Yeah.
So like, my mom was like giving me, I was like this morning, I'm sleeping in like another room because there's like construction happening in the room that I used to sleep in. So none of my clothes were there and I haven't unpacked my bags because like obviously it's me. I haven't unpacked my bags. And then my mom's like giving me like jeans and like this like top to wear. And I tried it on. I'm like, ew. Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? Like, it was like, I look like a grandmother. Like, I was like, maybe I would have worn this like 3 years ago. I'm like, no. So I go downstairs and I find these like Adidas like pants. I actually wore these on Grand Prix last year.
You look really cute.
And I was like, you know what? I'll just throw that on with a white tee. With your style, like, it's like, you don't have to go crazy.
No.
White. Get a good white tee, fun pants. Like, and I feel like...
I agree. I feel like white tees are so underrated. Like, people don't understand. Like, you can actually really dress it up. Like, I'm a big fan of using, like, designer things with, like, a cheap white tee.
Exactly.
And it looks so good.
And then if you have jewelry on, like put as many necklaces and rings on as you possibly can with a white tee. It, like, brings it all out.
I agree.
And if you look at my profile... I'm probably 8 out of 10 times wearing a white t-shirt with something.
Yeah? Fuck, every time. No,
literally,
I can literally pick you out so many outfits that I'm like, oh my God, I need to ask you like after this where you got most of these outfits.
Totally.
Cause wow, I don't know. Do you do all your own shopping? Cause like what the fuck?
I mean, I get sent a lot more makeup and beauty stuff than I get clothes, but I do work with Revolve. So they send me, I'm an ambassador with them. So they send me like, basically they give, an amount of money that I get to spend on like certain like parts of their website.
Okay,
so it's not like a free for all of their entire website. They give specifics and then so like I get a lot of stuff from Revolve too, which I love Revolve. I even shop on Revolve. Like I'm the highest, even though I get free things from Revolve, I'm still the highest tier.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Like on their thing, because like
so
I love shopping on Revolve. I think they have a great like selection of cheap versus expensive. You can find things like one of their clothing brands is like By the Way and Super Down and all these. They're under $100 a lot of the time, and you can find good things with them. You just have to hunt, and so I like that they have versatility on their site. And then I also love like the return system is great. Like if something's too big on you or too small on you, you can easily return it. Like no questions asked.
I fucking hate returning shit.
And I hate returning shit. They're the only company that I honestly do exchange or return with because they make it so simple for you. And I think that's just such great customer service. A lot of people take advantage of that, which I don't agree with, but I don't. Like it's like I just, if I don't fit something or if I don't like something, I can return it, which is nice.
Yeah, that's great. You have your outfits for this weekend.
I actually I'm going to go TNT and go pick up my outfit for tonight. Otherwise, I don't have an outfit. I'm not a planner with outfits, which is insane. I kind of just wing it and stress for 3 hours beforehand. And I'm like, fuck, I don't have a good outfit. Like even I went to New York 2 weekends ago and I thought I packed outfits and then I was like, I did not. I pack and pray.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Oh my God, I have a crazy story for you guys.
Go.
Okay, this is the most wild thing that ever happened. So my ex would always ask me like to have a threesome. And my thing was like, I would only do that if it was someone I didn't know. Like if we're in Europe and it just happened, like whatever, like I would be like, okay, let's do that. So here we are. It was our first year anniversary. Okay. He's probably going to kill me if I share the story, but I don't care. Fuck you. But so it's our first year anniversary and we go to New York and we go to this like sex show. And all of a sudden I look at my family group chat and there was a text from my ex, the family group chat. My dad, my mom, my brother, my sister-in-law, my sister, my brother-in-law are all in it. It states, threesome update. Offer still stands, but I can't close the deal for the life of me. Pray for, and then his initials, to my family group chat. Okay.
My ex sent
this to my family group chat. I was like stomach dropped inside of me. Okay. So I quickly say, performers just stole the phone because we were at this thing. So my mom writes back saying, OMG. And then my ex puts a crying face. My mom puts question mark. I said, they did this thing to 3 other couples to send the last text. Oh my God, people are dying. And then my mom goes, what? LOL. And then my mom side texts me and she goes, I'm lost. I said, the performers just took his phone and wrote this on his phone. And the comment he said, basically 3 couples are part of the act to embarrass them. And my mom's like, oh, LOL. And I said, just wish they didn't send it to the latest conversation. And then my mom goes, was he freaking? I said, freaking. And then my mom goes, why? I said, because of what they wrote to the family group chat. Anyway, I saved it, but I'm sure like my dad and my brother, like, I'm sure everyone was like, what the fuck?
Well, they'll know now.
Yeah, now they're going to know. But like, it was, and I never ended up doing it with him. Well, also, it's fucked. Like, you don't want to have sex with me, but like, you want to have a threesome? Like,
but a threesome with another girl?
Yeah, it was a threesome with another girl. Interesting. I know. So, like, I know friends that, like, I had this one friend that, like, was only with, like, her, like, the guy that she's with, whatever, and, like, they would travel and, like, have a threesome with someone when they're traveling, like, and keep their sex life up, you know what I mean? You know, after being together for so long, like, I feel like it is fun to be able to keep it interesting in the bedroom. It doesn't mean you have to necessarily have a threesome, but to just do different things or explore different ways, you know, and I think that's so fun, and I think that's how it keeps it interesting. It doesn't die down your sex life. Now, it's crazy to think, but I've never really had a relationship before where I got to explore a lot of my sexuality in a sense of like feeling so comfortable to do a lot of things. Like I have friends that have like a crazy ass sex life with their partners, and I'm like,
that for them.
What? Like they'll like, you know, tie like each other up or like do things like that. And I'm like, oh my God, I've never explored that, you know? So I've definitely had more like vanilla relationships in that. Now to say I have explored, you know, I have had a threesome in my life when I was like 22, you know? And so would I ever do it again now single? No, I wouldn't do it now single. But maybe if I'm in a relationship with someone and again, we're in like Europe or we're somewhere where it's like, maybe we're high on mushrooms and like we want to explore and be euphoric. Like I think that could be fun. I'm against doing whatever makes you happy. You know, and I think that as a couple, if you want to explore that, you have to be on the same page as that.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that's
okay, so you have had a threesome before?
I've had a threesome before.
How did it go?
It was fine.
Was this like a relationship or
no? It wasn't a relationship. Okay. It was in my early 20s. I would say that it was like sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
Okay,
that's pretty much what it was. And I did a lot of dumb shit when I'd be doing drugs, and I think that yeah, like, you know, there's time of Molly and like everything. Like it was like a craze when we were in like 2013. Like it was like everyone was kind of doing that sort of stuff and just making mistakes and just living. I mean, I'm glad that I did that before like the internet really became a thing. Because right? I don't think I would do that now, but I wouldn't do it now. But yeah, then it was a sex, drugs, and rock and roll phase of my life. And I lived a lot. And that's why I was ready to get married. I explored everything that I wanted to do. So like, I wasn't looking at being like, oh, I was going to regret this in life. And I think that's why I was okay with not a lot of sex in the relationship, because in my mind, I thought, hey, look, someone loves me for me and not for my body. And that was a huge realization for me. And I think that's what like kept me into him so often. But really, like, someone should make you feel so comfortable that they love your whole body and you, even if you gain weight or lose weight or whatever it is. My ex, you know, tormented me in a sense on that, you know.
No, that's so awful.
So like, awful. And I have like a thyroid condition that my weight fluctuates. So to someone to like look back at now to like, it's fucked up.
But also, like, what do you mean? What happens when I get pregnant?
Also that, imagine.
Like, do you want me to be fucking traumatized and nervous because I'm thinking, oh, he doesn't like me because I look fat?
Exactly. And one of my friend's sisters, I remember being on her bachelorette party, and I was telling them I was getting a divorce, and my friend's sister was like, imagine you were going through postpartum. Like, she was like, when I was going through that, like, my partner was like there for me and blah, blah, blah. And she was talking about it. And I was like, thank fucking God. He would have been a totally wrong person for me. And honestly, like, I don't really think that he could be that for anyone else. I think he's a very selfish person. So,
it's just going to be him and the dog now.
Exactly. And you know what?
Dog, honestly.
Poor dog. But also, like, if that is the only, like, thing that you will have for your life, like, call me, like, still a good person for saying this, then it's like, I'm glad that you have the dog, because you're not a good friend to anyone else. You weren't a good partner. And I think that you take advantage of people. And so in my mind, if you're just going to have the dog, that's who you're going to have for the next 10 years of your life.
Why do you guys live in front of each other?
What do you mean? This is where one of our first fights started, because I let him stay in the house that my family owned without paying rent for months. I let him stay there. And then finally we told him, like, we're selling the place, like, you have to leave the house. So then he did, and he found an apartment. And I kept on saying to him, where are you moving? Where are you moving? And he was ignoring every single one of my texts. And I was like, that's weird, because, like, we weren't really in, like, a bad place, but, like, whatever, by all means. And then I had an AirTag in one of the luggages, I guess, that he brought with him. And all of a sudden I see, like, the AirTag, like, next to me, basically. Like, and I was like, this motherfucker did not, and he didn't tell me on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like,
he seemed very sneaky.
Yes. I always just tell him, you're like 1-800-Karen.com. Like, yeah. So the fact that, like, he knew I would be upset. He knew that was weird. That's why he didn't tell me. Why else wouldn't you say, hey, I'm moving to X, Y, and Z, or I'm moving into your neighborhood. It's, you know, it was the only place I was able to get. Then I would have been like, okay, you know, if that's the only place you were able to get. But he was purposely ignoring me because of that. And then when I couldn't believe it, that I reamed him out. Oh my God, I was so mean. It was his birthday, and I was like, you're fucking, like, I was, yeah.
That is a bit weird.
But it set me off. So, like, I'm not going to sit here and pretend I'm a perfect angel. Like, if someone really pisses me off, like, I have no problem, like, fucking yelling at them and being
I feel
really
like you
mean.
seem very nice, which makes, like, I can feel,
yeah.
Like, I say this every episode and it's so annoying, but I'm like, I feel like I'm an empath, okay?
I'm
like,
a very big empath.
Like,
you fucking cross me.
I feel deeply people's things, and, like,
Yeah.
I feel like you're a really good person.
Yeah.
But I also feel like if someone really pisses you off,
it's game over.
Watch out.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Because I also, like, I see red,
Mm-hmm.
and I can't come back down to earth, like, real
Yeah, I
quick.
get that.
Like, it takes me, so my dad always taught me the 24-hour rule. So if, like, something upsets you or something like this, like, wait 24 hours and then cause your reaction after. So I was a fucking idiot the other day, and it was my dog's birthday, and I had texted my ex,
Ooh.
and I hadn't texted him since November, and I texted him saying, please wish, like, Cardi a happy birthday for me. Like, I miss her so much. And then he finally replied, which was crazy because we've never had communication in, like, months. He replied, I will. I'm sure she misses you very much. I'm sure she misses you? Like, you took her from me. Obviously,
She's
she
been
fucking
kidnapped.
misses me. So then I went, like, crazy. So my dad, like, honestly starts, like, getting really mad at me. And he was like, you're a fucking idiot, Alex. Like, why would you do that? Why would you? Like, you know, and I'm sitting there being like, I didn't take the 24-hour rule. Like, I did something out of emotion. And I think that what I've learned in my life is to really try and step back before you, like, fully fucking react. But it was a moment of weakness, and it's fine. And, like, his answer just, like, I would have rather him not answered at all, honestly, because I'm sure she misses you so much. Like,
yeah, obviously
you took her from me.
This was not.
You wouldn't let me
not her
even
choice.
see her. Like, this wasn't her choice. Poor thing. Poor dogs can't have a choice.
That really sucked. When are you born?
December.
You're Capricorn?
Sagittarius.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fiery as fuck.
Oh, I wouldn't have thought you were a Sagittarius.
What would you have thought?
Honestly, I was thinking more like Leo.
Well, Sag and Leo give, like, very similar energies. Leo's a bit more, like, self-absorbed
That's
attention
me.
people.
That's
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But, like, so I have those qualities. I wonder if Leo's in my chart. I could be, like, a rising. You know, those
Okay,
things,
yeah,
I don't know them, but, like,
yeah.
I could
Because you're
have
like,
some-
you're spicy.
Yeah. Sagittarius is very, like, free-spirited, like, can't hold them down, like, need to keep things interesting.
Because I only know male Sagittarius is I feel like you're not
Yeah.
very different.
Yeah. I mean, my sister's a Sagittarius, and we're completely two different people.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And, like, whenever I read the horoscope, I'm like, oh my God, it's so me. And I try and compare it sometimes to my sister.
Like, that
And I'm like, that makes no sense for her, but that makes sense for me. So, like, what are we really? But
Okay.
yeah.
After I started talking about threesomes, I started having, like, all the women come to, like, first I had the women that were like, you're horrible.
Yeah.
How dare you? Like, that's disgusting. And then I had a bunch of women like, oh my God, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
But I told my partner and he's mortified, or the I can't tell my partner because he would leave me, or the should I just cheat on my partner because I love him and everything is perfect, but, like, I want so much more out of my sex life that this person doesn't give me, but, like, everything else is perfect. So, like, in your opinion,
Yeah.
how important is sex, and, like, how important is, I guess, like, being honest with your partner? Like,
I think sexual compatibility with your partner is, like, compatibility as a partnership, obviously, and then sexual compatibility is, like, very similar at the same time. If your partner of, like, 5 years hears that you say you want to have a threesome and they think, like, where's this fucking coming from? Like, that's a bit, like, alarming to me because you should be able to tell your partner everything. They could decide no or yes. Doesn't mean that they have to do it. But I think that if it's coming out of like left field, and that's something that like you're lacking or you're missing from your marriage. So I think that someone that is like really scared to talk to their partner about it means that like they're lacking that sexual compatibility with their partner, and they are looking for it elsewhere with something that I don't agree with. So I agree with a threesome when it's like you both like want to explore each other, or like, you know, I would probably have a threesome with another girl, not like another guy.
Yeah,
I feel like a lot of men wouldn't, in their marriage, like maybe wouldn't want to have a threesome with another guy. And so I think that if a girl is asking to have a threesome with another guy, like maybe that reaction could be like, you know, I understand the reaction. That I could get that. I could get that reaction. I think that sexual compatibility is very, very important. And I think that if someone is too afraid to talk about something of what they want in a sexual capacity, they're scared of judgment from their partner. And that raises an alarm to be like, maybe you shouldn't be with this person. Not that sex is the biggest deal, but it is a huge
big deal.
Problem. Majority of people that cheat on their partners are because they are not getting what they want emotionally, which means that they're not able to talk to them without judgment, or not being able to feel heard, or sexually, which means that they're not getting what they want sexually. They're not feeling loved. They're not feeling heard in the bedroom. So those are the main two problems where infidelity happens, in my opinion, or that lands up in divorce, or you're hating each other and you're fighting all the time. Like, you really need to have the emotional and the sexual compatibility together, I think.
I also find it so exciting to do stuff like that with your partner. Like, you know, like people
I want to do that so badly. Like,
and I've always told him, I'm like, if you ever feel you need to cheat on me, just tell me and we'll do it together. Which like makes it so much more fun in my opinion, you know? And it's like, and then listen, we haven't done one. Okay. Yeah. We've done other things, but we haven't done one. And I just feel like, I don't know, once you do something like that, I just feel like
it brings you closer.
It brings you so much closer. Yeah. But I also feel like you
just cannot be an insecure girl.
Yeah.
If you are an insecure girl and you compare yourself to every other girl, I do not recommend having a threesome, because like I could think of, there's a couple people in my head that just popped up, and I was like, that person would never be able to have a threesome because, you know, you're way too, or if someone's been cheated on by men, they probably have trauma to not want to do a threesome.
See, I've been cheated on by every single person I've dated, like almost every single person I've dated.
But it hasn't depleted your confidence.
And I've always been so insecure. Like, I was that girl with my ex-boyfriends where like, I'd be like, hey, where are you? But I was actually in the bush outside your house. Yeah. Oh, are you in bed? And I'm staring at your window. Like, that was
you having a lot of trust issues.
But then I started dating him, who was in Italy. You can't do a drive-by in Italy.
Oh, true. You gotta fly there. Yeah, you gotta do.
You know.
You gotta fly to your sneaky link.
Yeah, so like it was so it was very different. Our relationship started very different, and like, I don't know, I'm not jealous with him. Like, the idea of like, I don't know,
but then that's the right,
with like a girl,
that's the right partner, right?
You know, like,
but then that's the right partner, and then that goes to show that like
I'm so picky. I'm so picky with women now. So it's like I have like my own.
But someone should bring that out of you. Someone should bring that, you know, that funness out of you and that trust out of you. And if you're really with a partner that you don't have to hide behind a bush anymore, and you don't have to do those things, then yes, threesome or exploring other things is fine for you. And I always used to say this with my ex. The one thing about us was like, when we would go to a bar or a club or whatever, we would both like explore other areas of the place and then come like together, and we never got jealous. Not that we were doing anything in a sexual way. I'm not talking about it in a sexual way. I'm saying like in a way where if he was talking to other women, I wasn't jealous about that because I was comfortable in our relationship.
Yeah.
And if I was talking to other guys, again, not sexually or emotionally, just because I'm a guy's girl and whatever, he would never. And then he'd bring the girls over and I'd meet the girls, or I'd bring the guys over and we'd meet and then we'd be all one big friend group. So like, I also need to be with someone that isn't a jealous person because I do that. I love doing that. And I'm not a jealous person at all. So
you're very social.
Yeah, I'm very social. So like I would need that from my partner too. So
okay, interesting.
But yeah, like basically, if the man wanted to have a threesome with another guy, we would look at that different as a double standard
100%.
Than a girl to girl. Yeah, I think that like I love my gays.
So
like
do I.
I love my gays so much.
I just don't want to sleep with them.
I don't. That doesn't turn me on personally. That doesn't do it for
Unless
me.
Unless it's
like,
heated rivalry.
Yeah, I still never watched heated rivalry, which is insane.
And you like hockey? I know,
and I like athletes too, which is unfortunate.
No, but hold on. You
I know. I feel like I can't watch it because like
it's gonna ruin your life.
It's gonna ruin my life in that way. But like also like I have definitely had my like athlete phase in my life, and I feel like I would just look at everyone so differently now.
This is like, listen, I didn't watch it because I didn't like hockey, and I thought it was gonna be a hockey show.
No, I love a hockey romance. Like,
listen, there is very little about hockey in that show.
Yeah.
Or what did I say last time? It's about sticks, but it is not about hockey sticks.
Yeah.
Okay? But wow.
But see, like hot for them, but like would you want to have a threesome with them?
Yes.
Oh, you would?
Only them. That's why he was just like,
so
how
maybe,
does that work?
So maybe, I have something to say.
I think it's because they're both hot.
No, I think because they're gay together and they want to bring a woman into it. I think it would be different if you are married to a man that is saying, I want to bring a guy in so I can explore fucking him. Mm. Whereas, like, if you are two men that are already in a gay relationship, and then you're like, hey, Alex, do you want to come into our thing? Yeah, maybe I would step in.
Okay.
Maybe. No,
okay.
like,
oh
maybe
my God. You need to watch Heated Rivalry.
Like, maybe I would. I don't know. I don't have an answer. But like, if it was my partner, I would be like, that doesn't necessarily turn me on.
Yeah.
I have nothing against the bis. I have nothing against the gays, like nothing against all of that stuff. But like that just doesn't do it for me personally. Mm-hmm. So I would do it with another girl. I don't know if I would be able to watch that. But again, if it was gays that are asking to step in, like that maybe I should watch.
You absolutely should, but like really put 7 hours aside
because I need a binge.
You have no choice. Once you start it,
it's actually so shocking.
With the flick of a lighter. From that flick of the lighter, bitch, sit down. And you may need more than 7 hours because you may need to rewatch some things. Okay. And it's like you will go through moments where you're just like, oh, am I allowed to watch this?
Really?
Yeah. Like you're just like. Lock the door, and then you're laughing, and then you're crying, and then you're
God, so good.
How do I have to? Then you're gonna run to go read the books. Okay. I bought a fucking Kindle to go read all the books.
Okay, you went crazy on it. I feel like it's gonna like ruin. Like I already have this love for professional athletes in like a way
because they're hot masculine men.
They just do it for me. I don't know if I can date one. So again, remember what we talked about earlier when we said something like there's people that like that are just like maybe like an easy like bang. Mm-hmm. Like those are like no offense to you guys, but like that's what it is to me in my mind. It's like I'm not going to take you seriously in a dating way because I've just seen way too much. When I was dating that athlete last summer when he was my pen pal, I thought he was completely different than all the others. So, like, he was worse, honestly.
Wait, how did you find out? Can you say?
Yeah, he called me the next morning. Meet? Yeah. I was he flew me out to Philly, and he was playing, like, a road game there, an away game. He flew me out, and the next morning I left to go, because I had booked a hotel just in case. Like, it didn't.
He was a creepo.
And the next morning, he calls me, he's like, my ex-wife found out. And I was like, so? What do you mean? I was like, so who cares? Like, that's your ex. And he's like, yeah, but now she's going to ask for more money in the divorce, like, blah, 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 all this stuff. And I was like, okay, I'm not understanding how it all came to fruition was because my best friend went to college with the wife, and the friend in common at the college was the wife's roommate. So my friend had this sixth sense that, like, something was up. So she ended up reaching out to the friend when I was already in Philly and saying, hey, like, are they married still? Like, what's going on? And then she was like, I think they are. And then she reached out to the wife. And then I didn't believe it until, like, he kept me so hooked in that I was yelling at my friend. I got into a fight with my friend being like, you're trying to get in the middle of this. He said he's not telling anybody. Like, he said, like, he does, because he's religious, like, he doesn't want, like, the church won't accept a divorce, like, all this stuff. He just, like, had me in a fucking trance.
And he's happily married.
I guess not so happy.
Not so happy, yeah.
But, yeah. And so then the wife sent a screenshot of their conversation when I was in his bed. That he was saying goodnight to her. Like, I love you, good night, blah, 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 all this stuff. So when I read that and saw the time, I was like, that's when I was in bed with him. Like, what the fuck? So when I saw the proof, that's what came me, like, then I started seeing fucking red. Oh my God. And then he blocked me. So I didn't even have the opportunity to unleash on him I sat in front of a camera and podcasted the whole fucking thing. And I said, you know, if he would have given me the time of day to own up to it and whatever, I probably would have never made a podcast. Maybe I wouldn't have done it to the extreme that I did do.
Oh, I gotta go watch it.
You'll watch it. It's crazy. Like even like all like my friends that I have like in the hockey world now, they have like watched it. They told me like they were listening to it in the fucking like
Stop, I love
locker room speaker, like my podcast. And I was like, you know, like I love
It's on Spotify?
Yeah. It's
I'm going to link it to this episode so you can watch it right after.
It's a crazy. And I go through all the text messages. I go through everything. Again, I was familiar with the Sepia Bride and someone trying to sue you for defamation of character or whatever. So like I knew how to speak in this podcast. And everything was true that I said. Every single thing was accurate. And I was reading text and I was like so deeply hurt. And like then his wife finally had said to him like, can you like you should be apologizing to her.
Oh
yeah.
My God,
Yeah. And so he unblocked me and then he called me and I was like bawling on the phone like, why would you do this? Like, did you even like me? Like blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, I don't know. I don't have like the answers of why I did this. Like, I'm going to get help. I'm going to get all these things. Like, I deeply apologize. And I was just like, fuck you. And I've never spoken to him since. I ended up blocking him. So like on Instagram, on text, like even if he has reached out, like I have no idea.
Oh
I'm sure he hasn't. And I won't speak on like their relationship now, but yeah, like I've kept in contact with the ex. Sorry.
The wife.
I've kept in contact with the wife.
No way.
And I feel so bad for her. When we started like connecting all of these pieces and these dots together, I just like couldn't believe that like what was going on. It was just wild. I even found out that like one day he was telling me that like he couldn't speak to me for a couple days because his brother was in the hospital. No, his brother was never in the hospital. It was his dog at the vet. Something happened with the dog. And I found that out later. And I was like, you lied about even that? Like
weird shit.
Like weird shit. And then like, even there was a story when he was like, his grandfather passed. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And he's like, thank you. I just like had to tell someone. And like, you're the only one I wanted to tell. And I was like, then thinking back on it, I'm like, you had a full on fucking wife. Like, what do you mean? So, and then for him to like, when he called to apologize, for him to tell me that I don't know if I had feelings for you or not. You're a fucking liar. Like how do you have an emotional relationship for 6 years and not have feelings for someone? It doesn't make sense.
6 years?
Sorry, 6 months. Oh my God. Sorry.
I was like, whoa, I misunderstood.
Oh my God. No, that's bad. And
okay.
like, people were like, how didn't you know? And I was like, no, like he took my empathy for weakness. And again, that's back to what we were talking about before, when people take your empathy and just like your vulnerability and like turn it back on you. Like again, when I had spoken to the wife, who the wife described was not the man that I knew.
It's a phony baloney. Okay, but 6 months, and especially like messaging,
FaceTiming, calling.
Like, oh my God.
Everything. Like, and again, I didn't think anything was a red flag or weird that he wasn't coming to fly to see me because his dad had just died. So like, I was like, oh my God, of course, like stay with your family. And he was telling me he was going through a divorce. He told me he was going through a divorce. So I'm like, poor guy. Like,
and she stayed with him? She's still with him?
I'm not going to speak on their relationship now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, crazy. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with them at all. But yeah, like at the end of the day, like I thought this guy was going through a divorce. His dad had died. He was spending the summer like with his family to take care of them, all this stuff. And I was like, oh my God, this makes like so much sense. But no, like he even would make up like fake flights. He was telling me that he was like flying private to like Ireland. No, they like flew fucking commercial. Then he like was like, yeah, I'm on the 11 a.m. flight. He was already home. He would wake up at different time zones to text me.
That's fucking weird.
Fucking weird.
Okay, but that's like goes beyond just
beyond. I was literally like, someone was like, Alex, just admit you got played. Like, why are you rambling on about this? I'm like, I didn't just get played. I got
bamboozled.
Like literally, I cannot even explain it. Like my friends that found out after, we were all like, they were all stunned. They were on this journey with me. Like it was crazy. Like it would make up like time zone. Like he would, oh my God, you gotta watch. That's crazy.
Okay.
You're going to be like, okay, now I have more questions.
Close friends?
Yeah, close friends only on Spotify. I'll send you the link. But mental. It's so, And it's crazy because like it never made it mainstream. Like it made it like across the NHL because it was like with a hockey player.
Did you ever post pieces of it on TikTok?
No, because again, I didn't do it to make it go viral.
You did it just to get it out.
I did it to get it out. And some people were like, you're a cloud chaser, like blah, blah, blah. You gave too much information about him.
Oh my God, you could.
And I said, if I actually wanted to, I would have made a 47-part series on TikTok like I did for Sepia Bride. I know the recipe to virality. If I really wanted this story to go viral, I would have taken it to TikTok, and I didn't. I took it to just my little community, and it did. I have friends in the league, so like it got beyond that, and then it started circling in the league like the fucking plague, and then everyone found out about it, and like, you know, at the end of the day, I didn't do it to even get back. I did it to heal. Like I literally did it to heal. Again, people don't believe me, but it's like if I really wanted to, I would have put that shit on TikTok and it would have been fucking viral and it would have been mainstream. Like it never got out. He got fucking lucky, and then he went on a fucking like heater playing. Like he playing so well. Psycho. No, psychopath.
Wait, do you say who he is?
No, I don't say who he is.
Okay, so we don't know.
But like people pieced it together.
I don't know anybody in hockey. So
Yeah. People like Googled like, even people that didn't know hockey, they like Googled one thing. Like I gave enough information, but again, it's not defamation of character.
If it happened.
If it is a real
just
story.
Don't be a piece of shit. And
I just wasn't blatantly saying his name, but like people fucking figured.
Okay, no, thank you so much. I'm gonna list all of Alex's links so that you can follow her. And if you have not heard of Sepia Gate, I really, really recommend that you just Google it because
it's funny.
There's tons to see, tons to watch.
And you know what? To end it off, I can't wait for when I get married again one day, and all the wedding photographers that were like, I will never, good luck finding a wedding photographer, get like this. I probably will get my wedding photographer for free.
Yeah.
Like, mark my words, lined up. I will probably, not that I'm asking for it.
No, I think you will.
But I bet I will, because whoever gets the opportunity to do Sepia Bride's new wedding photos, round 2, is going to be gold. And I think that there's a huge opportunity that Sepia Bride 2.0 is going to make its way back. And I think it's going to be great.
Make sure you follow Alex, because if not, you're not going to see when she has a
second wedding.
Throw
out your first wedding. It's like a pancake. Your first pancake you throw down. But anyway, yeah, you can keep up with the Joneses on my pages.
So thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Bye. All right.
We're so good.
He's suing me.
Who? What? Wait, what is he suing you for?
Everybody wants perfection, till perfection feels fake. Maybe being barely edited is what makes people stay. Barely edited, no script, no medicine, just real life stories and emotional exhibitionism. Powered by vitamins and cuss words, bad jokes and identity crisis. If healing has